Alright, so this is my audience. We have my mother holding Sheldon, my dad with Paco, and this guy, we picked him up on the street. I don't know who he is.
Total hobo.
He's only the director of your last video. You're welcome.
Alright, so I'm going to present my story, Sowing and Reaping. Have you ever heard the term sowing and reaping? You reap what you sow. Well, it's a basic farming term that means you sow a seed into the ground, you reap the fruit it produces. And the fruit you reap will be the same as the seed you sow. So if you sow an apple seed, you won't get eggplant, you'll get apples. Same thing applies for life. If you make a decision in life, you'll reap the consequences of it later in life, good or bad. And the consequences you reap are the same as the decision you sowed. So, let me tell you the story of a boy named Michael. Michael is a short, chubby little kid, just about 3 years of age, the middle child of his parents, older sister and younger brother, and it is currently the Christmas season, one of the most joyous and exciting times of the year for a child. And he's currently at the mall with his family. His parents are rushing to buy everything they need before the mall closes in just 15 minutes. Michael, wanting to stay with his parents because of all the pandemonium, looks at his mother, grabs her hand. His mother pulls her hand away and is startled. Turns out this wasn't his mother, just a woman wearing the same coat as her. Now, Michael's father was embarrassed and pulls Michael aside to a corner where no one will see them and begins spanking him. In this moment, Michael sees his father as an angry man and vows never to be like him. As well, he sees his mother off to the side, holding his brother and sister, telling his father to stop, but not taking any action. So, Michael, in this moment, sows the seeds of anger and neglect in his life. And growing up, he would always strive to earn the love of his mother and not anger his father. He's afraid of his father's anger, despite the fact he is his father's favorite. Now, let's depart from Michael, and let me tell you the story of a boy named Jeremy. Jeremy is a short, chubby little kid, and the middle child of his parents, 2 brothers. And he's about 3 years of age, but he's about to be 4, for it's his birthday. One of the most joyous and exciting times of the year for a child. He's currently at home with his family, and his parents are rushing to get everything done for his birthday party. Jeremy, hearing the doorbell ring, goes to answer it to welcome any guests that show up, even though his father said that he would answer the door. But Jeremy did it anyway, and his father, embarrassed, pulls Jeremy aside and begins spanking him. In this moment, Michael is reaping the seed of anger that he planted and is now sowing it into his son Jeremy. And just as it happened to Michael, Jeremy sees his mother in the kitchen, telling Michael to stop, but not taking any action. And so that same seed of neglect is sown in Jeremy as well. Growing up, Jeremy would always strive to earn the love of his mother and not anger his father, despite the fact that he was his father's favorite. However, this is not where Jeremy's story ends. Or I should say my story. My father was an imperfect person, just as his father was. But we found a compassionate church community with people who were willing to be intimate with me and my father. We recognized the seeds that we sowed and renounced them, uprooting the tree they had grown into. Now, instead of looking at all the pain my father brought me, I choose to look at what he has done for me, the joy he brings me every day, and I anticipate everything he will do for me. And my father, Michael, does the same thing for his father. We choose no longer to reap the fruits of anger and neglect, and instead we sow into our lives the seeds of joy